Hey friends, it's time for That's Life with Julie, and today is Friday Question Day. And first, a question for you. What are the friendships like in your life? Do you have some friendships? Do you wonder sometimes, how do you get those friendships that you're talking about? Those women around you that you can trust, those women around you that you can spend a whole day with and it just goes by like that. Well, I think it's a good question. And after I had talked a little bit on my social media about actually doing that, spending a whole day with two women who know a lot of things that could destroy me, I had women write me personally and say, Julie, I want someone like that in my life. I want to be like that in my life. What is it? What are the ingredients to keeping that type of friendship? And what do you do when that kind of friend betrays you? I mean, how do you get back from that? So I've been mulling it over, and here's a couple of things, 3 things, that I think are really important. The first one is history. You have history with friends. You know, acquaintances, you kind of drop in and drop out, and you don't know all that much about each other. But if friendships are rooted in some type of history, Cindy and Shelley will always be very good, wonderful friends of mine because I knew them from the time I was 4 and a half, forever. We went to school together. They know things about me that I have said I will destroy you if you ever talk about that. It's just a warning. I'm just letting you know. They know everything, a lot of things, stuff that you will never know, trust me, because I'm not going to talk about that stuff. But we have a great friendship. So history with your kids and the women that were around those kids. A lot of times our friendships come in that area. And our work history, where we live, where we're transferred to and such. All of those play into it. So without history, I think it's a lot harder to have that deeper kind of friendship. Another area that I think is so important is it's laughter, but listen, I'm talking about, I'm just going to be really honest with you. I'm talking about like an earthy, body, real type laughter, humor in your relationship. I don't want to spend a lot of my time with a bunch of women that remind me of like little old moms in my head, you know, and that's nothing on my mom, but listen, I don't talk to my mom. I don't speak with my mom about topics like I talk about with Pixie and Sin. I mean, my mom would stroke out if I talked about that with her. And that's as things should be. There are things that I'm sure she's talked to with her friends. I'm like, no, I really don't need to know that. All right? And there's a certain bodiness, a certain earthiness, a realness. And I'm especially talking to you who are Christians. Those of you who are like, I shouldn't laugh about that. That doesn't seem very biblical. Listen. All right, check it out. You know, you figure out, let the Holy Spirit direct you, all this stuff. This is why our heathen friends, this is why our non-Christian friends are like, you all are just really strange. You overthink everything. But you know what I'm talking about here. But I am at a place, especially now in my life, where I need that. I love it. I revel in it because there's a realness in it. And it shows my mess. It shows their mess. And in all of that, there's just a deep-rooted love because gosh, it's a lot easier to love a messy person than a perfect person, if you ask me. And then, of course, forgiveness, that ability to forgive that friend when she messes up, and the ability for you to say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Will you forgive me? Absolute must-haves when it comes to long-term friendships that are rewarding, and put more than a few laugh lines on the side of your eyes there. Listen, I embrace every one of my lines because there's a woman and there's a friend that's been part of those laugh lines. So that's Life with Julie. I want you to spend this weekend having a good time with your friends. Maybe that's your mom, your sister, your husband, whoever that may be. Laugh so hard you snort and lighten up a little bit, and I'll talk with you guys later.